Welcome to the nationally recognized Real Estate Radio Network's Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. In their fun and informative way, Don and Gino are here to share their 34 combined years of real estate and finance experience. Don and Gino will also bring you the very best experts available to help guide you through the real estate, finance, tax, and credit topics you need to know that is truly relative to your home market and improving your financial wellness. Now, here are your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
All right, halftime is over. Now it's time for the Real Estate Hour on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. That's right, we're here to guide you to personal and financial wellness, and today has been another great day. We just had a great show with Miles McNamara with Comfort Keepers in Home Care, explaining your options and why you want to talk to such a great human being and a great professional is Miles McNamara, helping us deal with something we all have to deal with, Gino, which is our aging community.
Yeah, and I think it was really, really well said when we said we can age in place. I think that's
that
really important.
I like that too. That was really good.
Yeah, I mean, like we've discussed, it's been a lot better for my grandmother to age in place than it would have been to put her in a home.
Yeah, 100%. Well, the second half show is now our Real Estate Hour, and you do not want to go away because we have two incredible, accountable professionals right here in Santa Clarita with Tracy Hauser with Cobalt Realty Group and Caroyln Braun with First American NHD.
I know people are going to say, what the heck is NHD?
That's why they have to listen. It's good stuff, and you're going to really enjoy it because these are two very passionate and well-informed and educated professionals that are going to educate you a little bit more about what's going on in the industry. Caroyln's going to share with you what the heck are natural hazard disclosures. They're behind the scenes. You probably don't even know they're even happening. So she's going to help explain that. And Tracy, who's very involved in our community, you've probably seen her in multiple events, charity events, always volunteering, always giving back, which we're very proud of because if you notice, there's a theme on our show in most cases that almost pretty much every single guest we've had on for 2.5 years now has to get back to our community, meaning your community, because this is how we survive and this is where we live, this is where our families are. And I know Tracy's very involved in that. I'm proud because unfortunately not enough of our industry gives back, and Tracy does, and you're going to enjoy hearing from her and what's going on with this new incredible realty company in town that's making waves without a doubt. So definitely stay tuned to that. But we want to give you our weekly update, our real estate snapshot, as we call it.
Yeah, and this week, Don, the real estate snapshot, I think, is mostly about interest rates. You know, they're on the move again. And
when aren't they lately?
Yeah. Well, they're on the move again for the same reasons that they moved in the other direction, right? It's we've had a number of shows regarding the grand question, to taper or not to taper, and it looks like we now know the answer to that question.
Yes, it looks like that's going to be pushed back, which is because of bad news, which is hilarious, ironic, or however you want to put it. Nothing hilarious about our economy lately, but the good news is it looks like tapering is going to be pushed back. Our interest rates went up faster than they've ever gone up in history due to the fact that they talked about tapering, which means they were going to eliminate or stop or slow down the stimulus, the basically buying of treasuries and mortgage-backed securities to help keep interest rates down and help stimulate the economy.
Yeah, in fact, and you know, we talked a little earlier in the show, if you missed it, we were talking about how Don mentioned over a year ago that it's like an addiction, and how are we going to get off of it? And I said, no, we're going to wean ourselves off of it. It's fine. Well,
how's that working out?
Ultimately, we just saw that that's not going to happen. The stock market absolutely loves it. They're completely addicted to it, and we'll see. You know, I think what's really interesting is that Ben Bernanke, with what's happening right now, he's really, really getting out scot-free because he put this all in place, got the economy going again, not too fast, but got the economy going again, got it stabilized for sure. An amazing job of stabilizing the economy.
Yes, they had to take action.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing job of stabilizing the economy, getting back on the road to recovery. And then he's saying, now, if Janet, if anybody screws it up, it's you.
So, yeah, the good news is Janet Yellen's taking his spot, and she will, in most cases, follow in Ben Bernanke's footsteps, as opposed to the other options might be a little bit, we were afraid, a little too aggressive at this stage while we're rebuilding our economy, and we want it to rebuild But I think the slowing down, as you mentioned in previous shows, Gino, it's important that it builds at a sustainable pace. For a while there, I don't think it was sustainable. It was crazy.
No, yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that with Tracy, but 22% appreciation is not sustainable. We can't do that. In fact, what I'd like to talk about a little bit is, have we reached the affordability level? Have we reached the affordability limit here in Santa Clarita? Right now, from what I see, is home prices have gone up so rapidly that rent's starting to look awfully cheap, which hadn't happened in the last 2 to 3 to 5 years. So, Don and I have been jumping up and down, going, buy now, buy now, buy now. Is it time to reconsider that? Let's talk about that for a little bit today.
Oh, well, we definitely want you to make sure you're taking action, because rates have come back down, thank goodness, because of there's uncertainty in our economy with the debt ceiling, the government shutdown. The good news that has come out of that is that rates have come back down. So don't miss the boat again. I mean, this is an opportunity for you to refinance, restructure your debt, purchase your first home, purchase your second home, purchase your bigger home, because growing family.
Well, let's talk about that, because we have now at Cherry Creek Mortgage, we've got more, I'll call them daisy chain real estate transactions. We've got so many transactions that are tied together, and it's so important that when you're tying all these transactions together that you have really good professionals in all facets, because it's impossible to say, hey, let's all get the same escrow, let's all use the same lender, let's all use the same agents. That hardly ever happens. So it's really important, and thank goodness that there's a lot of professionals here in Santa Clarita to work with.
Good thing we have a lot of professionals right here in the vault.
That's right. Why don't you tell them what the vault is, Don?
That's right. If you just tuned in, we are now, the show is live from our custom-built studios right here at Cherry Creek Mortgage, and we call it the Vault. And the reason we call it the Vault is because our location used to be the Bank of Santa Clarita, which we love. Great people, great community bank. And I've coveted this space since they moved out. And where our studio used to be where their safe was, or their vault. So now we call it the Vault because everybody wants in.
So ultimately, it's just one of those things that we'll have to look at the economy. There's so many factors going right now, Don, that we're going to have to pinpoint. I think right now is a really great window to buy, because if interest rates go up again, affordability is going to become a factor. We know it's tremendously more affordable to buy a home in the 4s than it is to buy a home in the 5s.
Well, we watch it as rates went up, which is say every 0.5% affected basically a block of buyers. And if they, it's really hard when we had to tell a lot of you, unfortunately, when you were out looking at homes and excited about homes, and for a while there was impossible to get into a home. There's 20 offers, and we'll talk to Tracy more about that because she's an expert and she watched it, lived it, helped her buyers out with that. It was hard when we had to tell them that their payment just went up $150 because interest rates went up, and therefore their affordability went from buying a $400,000 home that's 4 bedrooms and with a pool, now it's down to $350 and no pool.
Or no house.
Or no house.
Unfortunately, when you combine the rise in interest rates with the rise with prices, ultimately you could have been completely priced out of the market.
But we're not trying to scare you, because there is tremendous opportunities, because right now, again, I can't wait to bring you in, Tracy. I know we're talking around you when you're the expert in the field, and you want to stay tuned because we have Tracy Hauser with Cobalt Realty Group coming on, and a true expert in their field. Been in the industry for quite some time. Not the kid. I'm not going to age you. 26 years. All right. Wow, that's quite a while. 26 years. So you started the same time I did. Yoo-hoo! High fives on that. So we got an expert coming back on to talk about what's going on in the real estate market today, because the market is continually shifting. And the good news is we've almost doubled, almost tripled in some cases, our inventory, which means increased opportunities for you. Because if you were out trying to purchase a home when everybody else was trying to purchase a home, including every investor in the world, it was difficult, and maybe it scared you away. And now we have more opportunities than ever, and there's opportunities with loans. A lot of you think you have to put 20% down. We have loans 3.5% down, 3% down for a little bit.
Yeah,
for a little while.
Just a little window left for 3% down.
That's right. So you want to take advantage of that. So stay tuned, because we're going to talk about what's going on in the market. We're going to talk with Caroyln Braun about what natural hazard disclosures are, because it's important stuff that you need to know about, and we're going to share it right here on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Don't go away.